My day started at about 4:45 this morning when I was woken up to be told that the battery was a bit low on the boat and that we had drug some point earlier, but another squall was on the way. And then we got the anchors up, pretty much no problem, and got underway again, pretty much no problem. I drove us out of the harbor. I handed the helm over to Bob. He drove us pretty much to the entrance at this harbor. This is Port Royal, and he handed it over to me, and I drove us in, and then Bill drove us over to the anchorage while I prepped the deck. He dropped our hook, set it. Lily dove the hook. I dove it with her so that we could talk about how it looked right. Really, that translates to we put on our snorkels and masks and fins, and we swam over it so we could see it. But anyway, and now the rest of the crew is ashore at a restaurant owned or at least worked at by one of our new crew's best old friends that they haven't seen in years. And yeah, so just serendipity stuff. Tomorrow morning we're going to get up butt crack of dawn, get the anchors up, and finish our trip to Guanaja. I'm really tired. Yesterday was a really rough day. We got off the dock, and about a minute before we got off the dock, Captain told me that I was getting us off the dock. I wasn't really mentally prepared for that. But I did it, and then the boat handled oddly coming off the dock. It didn't back the way that she usually backs, so I had to do a real tight space turnaround. And I drove us out. We got outside the reef, and then the steering went away. And then we got an anchor down, and we were dragging, and we got the second anchor down, and we slowed our drag, and I went and fixed the steering. And the steering quadrant, which I had put on tight when I replaced the broken key, it slid down the rudder shaft. So I loosened it and I put it up, but I put it up a little bit too high, but we still have steerage. It was just rubbing on stuff. So we went about getting the anchor up, and we got the anchor up, and the first anchor was gone. Nothing but a broken swivel on the end of the chain. And the second anchor was fouled on a coral head in 157 feet of water. One of our friends, in fact, the guy, our dive instructor, the guy who got us into diving, got Lily and I through our open water course, came out and dove up our anchor in 157 feet, which was 27 feet deeper than his narcosis limit.
Because Chris is a god.
Because Chris is a god, he is, and our hero. And then we came back into the harbor and we dropped anchor. And don't worry about grabbing it, babe. And I got to sleep at about probably 11:30, and then, like I said, I was up at about 4:45 this morning. I couldn't really sleep. I just had too much on my mind. You know, Regina got injured yesterday in the headaches with the anchors while I was trying to deal with the steering. And yeah, it's a hard day, but we got all the heartaches and headaches out of the way for the beginning of the trip, which will make the rest of it easier. And here we are back at home after a nice kayak with sore muscles and sore hands.
And time for dinner.
And time for dinner.